From a very long time, so many viewers of my channel uh, are demanding to start lectures on condensed matter physics or solid state physics. Although there is a lot of load on me, but seeing the eagerness of the viewer, I am just in compulsion to start this very important topic, that is lectures on condensed matter physics. So from today, here I am going to start the lectures on this subject. So this is our introductory lecture, and I will introduce you in this lecture about the course which will be provided to you in this playlist. Although this is just summer vacation, and I will go on a tour with my family. So after this introduction, at least 10 days, there will be no lecture on this subject, although I have recorded some of the videos on statistical physics and quantum mechanics earlier, and that will be provided if it will be possible in my journey. But after 10 days, I will continuously provide you videos on this condensed matter physics. So let us see the introduction about this course which I will provide to you. First of all, I have written condensed matter physics and solid state physics. In fact, in early days, this subject was called solid state physics, but now in most of the universities in syllabus, instead of solid state physics, you find the chapter's name condensed matter physics. So so obviously a question in your mind will arise that why it is now called condensed matter physics instead of solid state physics. Okay. Actually, when you say solid state physics, that means the study of crystalline solids. In solid state physics, we study crystalline solids, and in early days it was thought that crystals are always in solid state. But at present time, so many liquid crystals and quasi crystals had been invented, and also at present time there is a revolutionary branch which is called nanoscience or nanomaterials or nanotechnology. So actually, after the advent of quasi crystals, liquid crystals, and nanomaterials, nowadays it is thought that the field of this physics has been extended. In general, the solid state physics is just a part of or a major part of the condensed matter physics. Actually, when you say condensed matter physics, that means it is a subfield of physics which actually provides materials or which actually gives concepts about the matters in liquid and solid form when it is in condensed state. So actually it is a subfield of physics, as I have written here, that focuses on understanding the behavior and the properties of matter in condensed state, which includes both solids and liquids, not only solids. Okay. In fact, this condensed matter physics is a diverse field, and it is also interdisciplinary. Okay, because it incorporates principles from quantum mechanics, statistical mechanics, electromagnetism, and solid state physics. You can see here I have mentioned that this solid state physics actually incorporate this condensed matter physics, Actually, this solid state physics is the major part of the condensed matter physics. Okay. Now, the course which I will provide you, what is the aim of that course? Actually, the course I will design in such a manner that it will provide a strong foundation for careers in academia, industrial research, and various interdisciplinary fields such as material science, nanotechnology, and electronics. Okay, and apart from this, uh, this playlist of my channel will cover the complete syllabus of the different competitive examination in which you take the physics as an optional subject, like State Public Service Commission, the NET JRF examination, and the Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC. Okay, so this course is equally important for the students, for the researchers, and for the teachers. Okay, and students which are actually preparing for the university examinations or for any competitive examination taking physics as an optional subject, this course will provide the complete material for all those people. Okay, so here I am just mentioning uh, what will be our topics that will be covered in this playlist. There may be some variation when video will be provided. There may be some variation, but most of the topic which will be covered in this playlist on the lectures on condensed matter physics, I have written here. You can see the first and the foremost important chapter which we will discuss is crystallography and crystal structure. This is actually the beginning of the subject. Okay, actually you know that crystallography and crystal structure, in this actually you will learn about the arrangement of atoms in crystalline solids and the symmetries associated with them. Okay, actually crystallography provides a foundation for understanding the properties of solids and their response to external stimuli. Okay, in fact this is a very large chapter in which we will discuss so many things. Actually, X-ray diffraction by crystal is the most important aspect of this crystallography. Okay, because by X-ray diffraction experiment we understand the internal structure of the crystal and various aspects. Okay, apart from that we will also discuss crystal binding, elastic constants of crystals. Okay, and elastic webs in crystals we will also discuss in this chapter. Okay, and after that the second chapter on which we will provide videos is quantum mechanics of condensed matter. In fact, in this quantum mechanics of condensed matter, we will actually deal with the electronic structure of solids, the free electron theory of metals, which is actually very important, in which the problem of density of states, Fermi energy, and electronic specific heat. These are most important problems which are frequently asked in your examination, and this chapter videos on this chapter will cover all these things. Okay, and actually this free electron theory of metals has a very important drawback. This is actually semi quantum mechanical theory, and after that the ec- the correct experimental theory, which is called band theory of solids, we will see. In fact, in band theory of solids, we will study the Bloch theorem, the KP model, okay, and this actually provides the band structure of solids, okay, and we will also classify the materials in semiconductor, insulator, and conductors, okay. In fact, in this band theory of solids, we will also discuss different type of binding in solids, okay. The third chapter, which is also very important, that is regarding the phonons and lattice vibration. Actually, in this chapter, phonons and lattice vibrations, you know that phonons are quanta of lattice vibration in solids, and your course delve into the study of phonons, their dispersion relations, and their role in determining thermal and mechanical properties of materials. In fact, when we will discuss the thermal properties, you will see the Einstein theory of specific heat capacity, Debye theory of specific heat capacity. Okay, these things will be discussed here. And apart from that, we will also discuss the monatomic lattice vibration, diatomic lattice vibration. These are the important problems which will be discussed in this chapter. Okay. Then, after this phonon and lattice vibration, we will provide videos on electron transport and superconductivity. Actually, this is a very important and recently developed subject. Okay, in this electron transport and superconductivity, you know, the behavior of electrons in condensed matter system is a fundamental aspect of condensed matter physics, and you will learn about the electronic conduction mechanism, including classical and quantum transport, as well as the phenomenon of superconductivity. And in this superconductivity, we will discuss so many aspects. The most important concept will be actually the London equation, Misner effect, flux penetration, okay, the BCS theory. These are actually the most important aspects which will be discussed in this electron transport and superconductivity. Okay. And the fifth chapter, which is also very important, that will be dealt in very detail, and this is regarding the magnetism and magnetic materials. Magnetism and magnetic materials, we will discuss it. Okay. In fact, you know that in magnetism and magnetic materials, we will cover the study of magnetic phenomena and the behavior of magnetic materials. Actually, it explores concepts such as ferromagnetism, antiferromagnetism, ferrimagnetism. Apart from the elementary magnetism, you know, that is diamagnetism, paramagnetism. Okay, and we will also see the concept of spintronics, the magnetic resonance technique, spin waves. These are the important subject on which we will provide video, and I hope you will learn you will learn several things clearly by my videos on this subject. Okay. Now, in the sixth chapter, we will provide video on semiconductor physics and devices. You know that semiconductor physics and devices, this is also a very important subject, because the present age is just an age of semiconductor, and actually this will provide the some devices like PN junction, transistor. This will be discussed in very detail. Okay, and finally, uh, in seventh chapter we will see the videos on strongly correlated systems. Actually, this is a very advanced topic, and in this topic, the we will see uh, the concept of materials where electron interaction play a significant role. Actually, that this topic will cover a strongly correlated electron system such as high temperature superconductors, heavy fermion materials, and Mott insulators. Okay, and finally, the recently developed branch of condensed matter physics, which is nanomaterials and nanotechnology, we will discuss it. Actually, nanoscience and nanotechnology, have gained significant importance in the recent years. And students explore the synthesis and characterization of nanomaterials and its applications. So, this is a very hot cake of research at present, and also in different field of your careers. This nanoscience is very important. So this is our final chapter on this in this playlist. Okay. Now I am just recommending some of the important books. It does not mean that you have to study only these books, but I have not written a very advanced book because that is not easy to understand. So I have actually limited here myself to such books which will be easily understandable. Okay. So if you want to get a clear picture of these concepts, you may consult the books by Charles Kittel, which is very important book, and that is Introduction to Solid State Physics. This is a very famous book on this subject. Uh, Again, you can also see Solid State Physics by R.L. Singhal. This is also a very good book, and you may consult it. There is a very little book, a very small book uh, by R.K. Puri and V.K. Babbar named Solid State Physics. Actually, this is just a book in the notes form, and this book is very useful for the students preparing for the different competitive examinations. So if you are preparing for civil services examination taking physics as an optional subject, you may prepare your notes from this book by R.K. Puri and B.K. Babbar on solid state physics. Okay, so in this regard, it is very important. Now you know that problem solution in physics is a very nice thing, because when you solve problem, your concept of that chapter, that principle becomes clear. So if you are interested in solving problem on solid state physics or condensed matter physics, you may consult a book which name is Problems and Solution of Solid State Physics, Relativity and Miscellaneous Topics. Actually, the editor of this book is Lim Young Koo. Okay, so if you are interested in solving problem, you may consult this book. And actually, in these books there is a little focus on this nanoscience, particularly in this book by Charles Kittel. There is a little focus, and other books does not contain any material on nanomaterials or nanoscience. So here I have mentioned a book whose name is Advanced Condensed Matter Physics by Dr. Rajendra Kumar. You may consult this book for particularly for the study of the nanomaterials. Okay. So this was just a brief introduction. Just I have given you what we are, what our aim is to do in this playlist. Okay. So hope you will enjoy this playlist, the videos of this playlist, and definitely your journey of condensed matter physics will be very happy, very joyful. Thank you very much.